Okay. So I got some questions to go over. I got 2 or 3 questions I'm going to hit before I go over. Also, make a note. Let's go ahead and make this note right quick. Make a note that 2.3 is nothing but reading. Just a few 2.3, but it's not a big deal because there's only like 3 questions I'm going to ask you out of 2.3, and I will show you those. And I wanted to make sure I made that announcement first. Back to the 120 questions. I got 2 or 3 questions to go over. Let me go over. Now, this one was sent 3 or 4 times by different students. This is 2.233, like number 33 in the book, and number 11 online. Number 30, number 11 online. So let's look at it and see if it's worth anything first. That bad network should go away, or the lag should go away after and it's taking a while, so I'm sorry. I'm not up that video, so I'm sorry. Just give it a second and then it will come up eventually. There it is. Now, let's see what it's asking for. First of all, we got to get this in order. All right, we got to get there. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in a real easy. See this little icon right here? We're going to copy that into an Excel spreadsheet.
Nothing's moving.
And here is the Excel. Huh?
Okay, there it goes. It was just freezing up, lagging.
It's lagging because of my uploading my video. So just give me it. It will get better after it gets. Okay, so here is the Excel spreadsheet that it just downloaded it into. There it is. Now this is going to help you with your homework because I will not give you a question like this on the test. I'm going to give you 5 to 15 numbers. I'm not a page and a half of numbers. All right. So highlight. Take your mouse and highlight this area, which is the first column right there, and then go up to data. Write this down. Go up to data. If you don't know how to use Excel, go up and hit the button right there that says A to Z down. A to Z down right there. And that puts them in order. Now I'm going to go back to things to do. Okay, violent crimes include murder, forcible rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. The date to the right represents a violent crime. The data to the right represents crimes per 100,000 population by region of a certain country. Complete parts A through F below. If 13 classes are to be formed, choose an appropriate lower class limit for class. Well, what's your lowest number? Let's go back to the Excel spreadsheet. What's your lowest number? I'll blow it up in case somebody doesn't know.
118.2.
Okay. So your lowest boundary is going to be 100. I mean, that's your lower. I mean, if you have a number of 118, are you going to make your lower? No. if you have a limit, or if you have a lowest number of 118, are you going to make your lower class boundary? No, get 100. All right, so let's go back and see what they asked for. An appropriate lower class limit would be 100 with a class width of 10. Well, they don't give you a class width, so I would say probably 50. Now, I may be totally wrong, but I sure as heck wouldn't go with 1,000. And it takes forever for it to, okay, and don't like that. So I guess, oh, there's 100 right there. I would have done 100. Maybe that's it. I would personally do, I wouldn't do 1,000. Come on. So there it is. They set it up for you right there. Now, all you have to do is count. So what's the group? Now, a lot of people say, well, Hubert, let's go back to the spreadsheet. There's your lowest number right there. I'm going to highlight it in yellow. You're not going to use 200, or you're not going to use 90, or a low limit. Lowest number is 118. Capiche? Yes or no? Okay, I need somebody to say, I understand, Hubert.
I understand.
I can't see it, but I
appreciate it.
understand.
Thank you very much.
Said I can't see it, but I understand.
All right, now, okay, you what? You don't understand what you say?
I said I couldn't see like your Excel sheet, but now it's up there.
I know. I'm really. I hit my dadgum YouTube a while ago and it wouldn't come up. So let me check it right quick and see if it'll come up. It should be finished. It's still at 90%, so I'm not going to wait for 90% work. Okay, now it should be a little bit faster. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's count from 100 to 199. So let's go to our spreadsheet. 100 to 199, I'm going to color those. 100 to 199, I'm going to color those yellow. And 195 to 299, I'm sorry, that should be yellow. And then 200 to 299. I'm going to color those per day. And then 300 to 399. I'm going to color those, let's see, in French, that'd be bleu. Dang, I can't remember many languages. 400 to 499. Dang, let's see if I get this right. I already used Verde. I've already used bleu. I've already used rouge. We'll use rouge. 500 to 599. We'll just use gray. Comment se dit gray espagnol? Nobody knows. That's all right. I'll figure it out myself. Y'all settle down, please. Aqua.
Disrupting class, are we?
Say again.
I said we're disrupting class, aren't we?
I know y'all need to settle down. 701, I'll color that white, no fill. And then 13, that's already colored light blue. So I'm going to do our lower class limit and upper class limit right here, just so we won't have to go back and forth. So 100 to 199, how many we got? Well, Hubert, it looks like you got 5 yellow ones, Hubert. Yeah, you do. That's right, class. Appreciate y'all's input. 200 to 299.99. That's the green. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to color this yellow because I go out of my way for y'all, even though y'all won't interact with me. And Verde, there we go. 1,
15.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Next, 300 to 399.99. And that's blue. Blue. Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français? Oops. I don't think that's the right color. There we go. That's close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 400 to 499.99. And I colored those. What color did I color those? Rouge. Y'all are impressed that I know the colors, aren't you? Yeah, y'all are impressed. I know you are. Okay, so
I feel like I need to go take an Excel computer class because I don't know what the hell to do on Excel.
I ain't doing nothing but counting. You tell me you can't count.
Yeah, I can count, but I don't know how to use
Okay.
Excel at all.
Okay, well then you'll have to do it by hand.
Well, I'm old school like that. I like my
That's
hand.
all right. You'll have to do it by hand. The only reason I'm using Excel is so I can get it all on one piece of paper, one
Okay.
board. That's why I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now remember, I'm not going to give you one like this with this. I'm not going to give you one like this on a test. I mean, this is good for a homework problem, but not for a test. Next, 500 to 599.9. How many we got there? And we're using gray. There's 2. So I'm going to color that gray, and that's 2. 600 to 699.99. And how many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just used Excel to count because I wasn't gonna put I meant to put them in order because I wasn't gonna take class time to put 500 numbers in order. That's why I done forgot how many I counted.
Too many.
I suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we got to put 700 to 799, 1. And what do we do for 800? Well, that'd be 0. And 9. Oops. 0. And 1,000. 1,199. Let's see. No, that'd be to 1,099.9. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Not supposed to do that. Let me make it wider. Hold on. There. 0. What's our number down here? 1,300. 1,354. So our table has to go to 1,300. Let's see. 1,100 to 1,199.99. 1,200. $1,299.99, and then 1,300 to 1,399.99. And I don't forgot how many, 1, 0, 0. And that's what your frequency table should look like. Make sure there's 1, yeah. And that's in blue, that light blue. Okay, so what do we do first? Well, you have to put, and this is true with chapter 3, you've got to put everything in order first. That's the first thing you do. All right, so let's go to our handy dandy do-jigger. The first thing you do when you're dealing with data is the data has to be put in order. And then after you put it in order, what do? You start looking at the min and the max. Now, what is the min and the max? What's the min? What's another word for the min?
The lowest.
Lowest number.
The lowest number. Find the lowest number. And what's the max?
The highest number.
The highest number.
The highest number.
So that equals.
Okay. Now, after you find the min is going to set up your lowest what? Class limit.
Limit.
The max is going to set up your upper class limit. Then what do? You start counting. You start counting by classes. Yes? No? Maybe? I understand.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How about it, Miss Kidd?
I usually get to the class width, and then when we get to boundaries or class width is where I just
Okay.
can't do it.
Okay, but are you good with putting it in order, and are you good with?
I can get the frequency chart. I can get the relative frequency all the way out to a decimal.
Okay.
And then when I get to class width, class boundary, and then midpoint, no.
Okay, well, hold on. Where is? Oh, it's right here. Y'all gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make this small because if I ask y'all will lead me astray and won't tell me the right numbers, and then I'll get it wrong, and then y'all will laugh at me, and then I'll make my self-esteem go down.
Well, don't let me
So,
hold the
I'll have
class
to do
back
that.
as far as moving on.
What?
I said, don't let me hold the class back as far as moving on.
No. We got questions. You're not the only one that sent these questions. Other people sent them. All right, 5. Y'all watch what I'm doing here. 5, 15, 8, 12. Now, I suck at this because I'm going from left to right. I mean, from right to left. So y'all don't make fun of me. 7. Because then I'll have to go out and put smokestacks on my truck. I really don't want to do that. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? And then 1. Is that correct? Make sure. I start, yeah. All right. So now I make this big. I'm trying to make it big. Oh, me, where is it? Hold on, it's on one of my TV screens. Give me a second. There. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter, and I feel good about myself. Look at there. Now what? Okay, relative frequency. What is relative frequency? It's a 25-cent word for what? Relative frequency
It's the fraction.
is a 25-cent word.
It's where you take the population and you divide it,
Yeah,
the frequency by the population.
yes, or by N. You take the head count, each head count, and divide by N. Now that will give you a decimal. It could give you a fraction, which you turn into a decimal because most of the time they want it as a decimal. So here we go. I'm just going to add so I can get it all on one sheet to my spreadsheet, and you check with your numbers and see what you get. So here I'm going to just add right here. I'm going to call that F. And I have an OCD thing about central, so let me center there. And then this is called relative frequency equals this number. Oh, I got to get a total. Hold on. Let me get the total first.
Go ahead.
I'm going to add those up. Y'all check my math here. I get 51. Is it 51? Did y'all check? Y'all not going to tell me, so I'm not going to ask you. Divided by 51, and that's equal to that number, and I'm going to copy, let's see, I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to hit F4.
You did 5 divided by 51, right? Mhm.
Your mic is muted.
Who muted me?
I didn't.
I might have done it myself. Sometimes I do that with all the keys I hit. All right, so I'm going to type these in for the frequency. I got to make this small so I can type in the frequencies. Now let's see what it says about rounding. What does it say right here? What does that say?
Round 3 decimal places are needed.
Round to 3 decimal places. So it tells you what to do, guys. You know y'all suck at reading directions. Y'all know that, don't you? So make sure you read the directions. Now, of course, I know our females don't have a problem with reading directions, right?
I don't know
Okay.
about
No,
that.
just have a
You
problem
don't
with
know about
rounding.
that? So I got to round to 3 decimals, so I'm going to take it to 4 right there. Let me drop it to 3. Hold on. There. 0.098. Let me move it over. 0.098. Next one is 0.294. Next one is 0.157. Next one is 0.235. Next one is 0.039. Next one is 0.137. Next one is 0.020. I'll do these for you. 0.0000. Y'all think I'm awesome. I could do those in my head. And 0.020. And check answer. Now what? Good gracious. This is ridiculous. Okay. Construct a frequency diagram of the data. I'm going to go to the data on my Excel spreadsheet. Now you would have to plot this on a chart, okay? But I'm just going to highlight the data and hit, for those of you that know how to use Excel, hit insert. I don't know why that's there. It won't go away. There. Hit insert. And I'm just going to do a line graph.
Mr. Mance, I can't hear him. Cut your mic off.
Thank you. I didn't know who it was. Okay. And there's what it looks like. Now, if we wanted to do a dot plot, you could hit insert. And I'm going to go dot plot. There's a dot plot. You see it's going, it's steadily doing what? It's steadily increasing.
Mm-hmm.
So look for one that's steadily increasing. Might be that one right there. Now it says a frequency histogram. I'm making sure they don't want a relative frequency histogram. But remember, yeah, there should be D as in delta.
I know that's where I was kind of getting confused to start with when I was doing the homework. I was reading the directions, but I wasn't actually seeing where it said I was asking for relative
I have no
frequency
idea.
and regular.
Yeah, I have no idea why they're saying, I don't either. Let me go back and look.
Oh, you have to do like 2 or 3 of them where you do a relative frequency chart and a frequency chart and a pie chart for both of them.
Okay, let me go back and highlight the data again. And insert. And if I do a bar chart, it's not going to do it right. Okay. I don't think that's right. It's going down. Let's see if that's it. That's it. Where is my data? Hold on a second. That could be it, but it doesn't have enough boxes. Wow. I'm just going to find out which one it is and we'll go back to it. The answer is B. Oh, wait a minute.
See?
Why did it jump all the way to this one? Oh, this is the second one. Now
Yeah.
that's the relative frequency. Now that one you do the relative, which I got right here. The relative is right there. And then you do a insert, and you would have to, and most of the data is on the left. Most of the data is on the left right here. There it is. Now it looks the same. The relative frequency and the head count are going to be very similar. I think I highlighted, oh, I know what I did wrong. I'm so sorry. That's the relative frequency. I'm so sorry. I know what I did wrong. I'm going to put relative frequency right here. Relative frequency chart. Okay, there's the relative frequency, and I'm going to move that over here. I was highlighting the data. I'm sorry. You highlight the frequency right here. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm on drugs or something. I'm telling you, something is wrong with me. I've been fine all day. Hold on. Insert and histogram. There. Look at the similarities between them. Is there any difference?
Yeah.
Not really. Look. I mean, look, it goes up, down, and across. Up,
Right.
down, up, and across. It looks the same. See what I'm saying? Look at it. Look at those two together.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the same chart. And a while ago, I was charting all the data. I'm sorry. You're supposed to do this one, and then you're supposed to do this one. So I guess after teaching all day, I guess you get kind of distracted. All right. So which one looks like this one? You're looking for a gap right here, and then a bop right there. So which one looks like that one? It's either C or D. So there's that peak right there. So it's going to be this one, delta. I knew one of them was delta. There, now we feel good about ourselves. Describe the shape of the distribution. Okay, well, I'm going to show you that today. All right. I need you to write down the following four things. And I'm going to go back to my handy dandy sheet of paper here.
What did you, on the other one, when you wrote down relative frequency, you wrote head count divided by N, and what else did you write? I didn't catch that before you took it off.
Well, I can't go backwards.
Yeah, got to.
That head count over N will give you a fraction.
Okay.
But you need to turn it into a decimal and read the directions. Remember that.
Okay. That's when they say rounded to the nearest third or whatnot.
Yeah. Yep. All right, now these are the three things. You will be tested on this. And there are 4 pictures. These are in your book, so look for them. That right there is called uniform distribution. Uniform distribution is always used with time. Why? Why is time uniform? Because it's the one thing that man can't screw up. It's the one thing that man can't manipulate, although some women try. If you ever go to a dance recital or a cheerleading competition, some of the moms try to dress up in their daughter's clothes, and it's not pretty. Anyway, some women try to turn back time, and it doesn't work very well at all. Only 1 or 2% of the population of women can pull that off, and some 98 cannot. All right, so here we go. What's this one? This is called What? What's that called? That's called a normal distribution. And a normal distribution usually happens about 75% of the time. Now, what are you comparing everything to on these distributions? Everything in statistics is based around the center. Write that down. Not center as in church, but it is center. Center. And we're going to get into that in chapter 3. Everything in statistics revolves around the center. Center. Question. Now, here, what was that? Here is the center. Here is the center. Now, the one thing about the normal distribution, and it should look like this, mine don't. There we go. The normal distribution is what on both sides of the center? What's the word I'm looking for?
Is it symmetric?
Symmetrical. Good.
Wait, I got.
I can't spell symmetrical. I always want to put two. I don't know if that's right or not. But anyway, symmetrical. Somebody look it up. So is uniform. It is symmetrical, but one is a curve and one is a box. So they're both symmetrical around the center. And that is center, C-E-N-T-E-R, not S-I-N-N-E-R. This one, can anybody tell me what that one is? All the data is on the left.
Is that skewed?
Skewed
Left.
right.
Skewed right.
Always the opposite. That's a big mistake students make. All the data is on the left, so you say a skewed right. Now, what do you think the next one is going to be?
Skewed left.
Skewed left. All the data is on the right, so it's skewed left. Now you have 4 test questions right here.
I don't
and I
know.
will test you on this, and a standardized test will test you on this. These are easy questions. All you got to do is know them.
Okay.
What's an example of uniform? Anything having to do with time. Normal distribution. Grades in a classroom. A good teacher and a good set of students. Now notice I didn't say exceptional, because if you have an exceptional teacher, then you're going to have good grades. Okay? If you have a teacher that really sucks, what are you going to have?
Bad grade.
Bad grades. So what is this? What does this represent? Does this represent excellent students and excellent teacher, or does this represent sorry teacher and sorry students? Sorry teacher, sorry students produce what?
Failing grades.
Failing grades. Now, what do you think this one is? Everybody's passing. Everybody's making A's and B's. Now, that could be that the teacher is exceptional and the students are exceptional. Or it can mean that the teacher is given tests that has easy questions on it. Make sure you know these 4 pictures. Now, what is our data? Let's go back to our handy dandy Somebody tell me what our data looks like. Here's the center. Center's right about here.
It looks like skewed right.
Skewed right because all the data is on the left. Good job. Somebody's learning something. Y'all should feel good about yourself. Okay. So I'm going to go to my homework. And which one is it? Skewed right. Which one says skewed right? Well, it's not symmetric. It's not skewed left. And it's not symmetric. So it's either delta or echo. The left tail is longer than the right tail. Now, why in the hell do these books want to do that? The answer is the data is on, what do we say, skewed what? Right? The data is on the left. I despise books that do this. But look at your tail. Which one has the, let's go back here. So let me show you the way they're doing it. Which one has the tail on the right? We said it was skewed right. Yes, right here.
Yeah.
So that means that the tail was where? On the right. So the long tail is on the right. So let's go back to the homework. The left tail, the right tail is longer than the left tail. This is so wrong. It's delta.
Don't put that on the test, okay?
They have just messed up a good question. The question is good. Describe the shape of the distribution. But they have done it all wrong by saying the right tail is longer than the left tail.
Yeah, I know they're trying to make it hard for students on homework.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
This test, this is a good homework problem, but it's not a good test question. I mean, there's too many parts. There's too many numbers. It's a good homework question. Now, let's do it again. Y'all want to do it again or try for another one? You want to see if there's a shorter one out there? Let's see if there's a shorter one. I just did 120. I just did 2.233. No, I did 2.2. Which one did I do? Did I do 33? Because there's two of them. Okay, y'all don't tell me what I did. Yeah, I did do 33. Okay, so there was 2 students that sent that question. See, you're not the only one, Miss Kidd.
I didn't know that.
It makes you feel better, doesn't it? There's yours.
I still think I need remedial classes.
No, you don't. I had remedial classes when I started Tri-County. You don't need it. 2.233, that's the one I did. That's yours right there. We could do yours, but I'd like to find a shorter one. Let's see, this is your 2.241, and you sent it twice, so we'll do this one, 2.241/12.
I probably sent it twice because I went back and tried to do the homework again and was like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, so.
Well,
I can't remember if I sent it one time or not.
Everybody should be doing. You're trying. At least you're not quitting. Okay, this one is totally different. This is where you estimate. They want you to estimate and round to the nearest what?
10.
10. So this one is close to 170. This one is close to 250.
See, that's where I'm getting tripped. That's where I'm getting tripped up at is back in the day. I say this because it is. Back in the day when I was in high school or whenever elementary school, they taught you to round up, but it was 5, and if you was 5
and up. Yes, 5 and up.
So that's where I was confusing myself. That's where I was confusing myself as far as having to try to round up or round down.
Okay, 245. Just remember, 245. What is $2.45 closer to? $2.40 or $2.50?
250.
Exactly, and you have to look at it like that.
Okay.
Okay, what is $1.78 closer to? $1.70 or $1.80?
$1.80.
There you go.
Okay, well then that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
$2.46. Is it closer to $2.40 or $2.50?
250.
All you got to do is apply a little bit of money to it, and especially for these females, because these females, they just love money. All right, $2.69. Is it closer to $2? And so on. So $2.70. $3.10. Is it close to $3.10 or $3.20? $3.10.
$3.10.
15.
And so on. $3.40. $200. $2.50. $2.80. $3.10. $3.60. $2.10. $2.60. $2.80. $3.20. $4.10. Y'all thinking about change now, aren't you? $2.20. $2.70. $2.90. $3.20. And $4.20. And all you need to do is apply money. Now, of course, if it's set to the nearest hundreds, what's the 169 closer to? 100 or 200?
200.
And that you have to think like that. It all depends on what they're asking you. So when you're talking about the tens, $1.69 is closer to $1.60 or $1.70. And that's how you do that. Now, what do they ask you to do with next? Write a book. All right, this is a stem leaf. Okay, stem leaf is like this. How many hundreds do I have? Well, unfortunately, are these in order? They look like they're in order going down, down. Yeah, they are in order. So they're in order in columns. So how many hundreds do we have? You have 170 and you have 180. How many 200s do we have? We have a 200, we have a 210, we have a 220, we have a 250 and a 250 and a 250 and a 260.
All right, you're losing me.
Okay, well, look at it. How many hundreds do we have?
I understand that you're counting the hundreds, but what
Okay,
are these?
How do you write 170? A 1, a 7, and 0, right? Well, they're telling you right here that the stem on the left is hundreds.
So that's the 100. Okay.
And that's
okay.
170. That's 180. 200, 210, 220, 250, 250, 250, 260, 270. I done got 270, 70, 80, 80, and 90. 310, 10, 10, 20, 20, 40, 40, 60. And then 10 and 20. Now, if you turn this over on its side, what does it look like?
A histogram.
It looks like a histogram, but what does the curve look like? Well, it looks a little bit skewed right because this is on the left-hand side. The center is right here. So it looks like it's skewed right. Now, they're going to ask you to do something next that I really don't care anything about. They're going to ask you to break it in. I bet they're going to ask you to break it in. Yep, they are. Now you got to break it up in terms of 5. All right. Now the 100, it don't matter because it's 70 and 80. 7 and 8. Now the 2s, what numbers are 4 and below? In the 2s, what number is 4 and below?
2.
0, 1, and 2. So that goes right here. 0, 1, and 2. What numbers are 5 and above in the 200s? Well,
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
5. There you go. So you got to put all those right here. 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. All right, look at the 300s. What numbers are below, 4 and below? What numbers are 4 and below?
4, 2, 1.
2, 2, 4, 4. So you put those right here. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4. And then what numbers are above 5 and above? 6. And then the bottom, you only got 2, so you don't have to worry about that. This is what you call a split stem. Okay, now Miss Kidd, you talked about this a while ago. When you estimate with 4 and below, right?
Uh-huh.
So I put 4 and below right here. What do I put on the second 2? The second 2, I put 5 and what?
5 and up.
On the first 3, I put 4 and below. On the second 3, I put 5 and above. The reason you don't do that with the 4 and the 3 is because you only have 2 numbers. If you only got 1 or 2 numbers, you don't have to do that. Okay? So that's why 100 and 400, you didn't split because you only had 2 numbers. I do not test you on this. I test you on this, but I don't test you on a split. You need to know what a split is. You need to write that down in an example of a split stem. And it's just, recognizing the numbers below, 4 and below, and 5 and above. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, that takes care of 41 and takes care of 33. Let's see, what time is it? It's 6:39. Let's go ahead and do this one. I wish I didn't have to do all those numbers, but I want you to go ahead and write down these numbers. And I'm going to try to make it big because Miss Kidd's going to look like she's looking right at the monitor if I don't do that. So I'm going to make it big for her. What?
With glasses on.
There you go.
With glasses on. Still can't see. I'm far. I can't see far away, but I sure can't see that tiny.
There you go, right there. That's as big as I can get it. All right, write those down. And I know it'll take a minute to write them down or take a picture of them. I don't know. I mean, you can pull it up in your homework if you want to in front of you. Because I'm going to take it to the Excel spreadsheet and y'all are going to put them in order.
I have to do it by hand. Remember, I don't know how to use Excel.
Y'all going to have to.
Okay, I got 2 questions about tests in Math 120.
Yes.
Oh, for the first question, I've been having this one in my mind for a while. Are the test times?
Yes, and I'll talk about that when we go over the review.
Okay.
But I always give all students an hour and a half.
Okay.
Y'all know why I give y'all an hour and a half? I'm only supposed to give you 50 minutes. You know why I give y'all an hour and a half?
Because you're nice?
Nope. So you don't use that excuse.
Oh.
And I've been doing that for over 20 years, and nobody has asked me for extra time. Because normally we can fix our test with the questions that we pick we can make it an hour. We can make it an hour and 20-minute test because each question has an average time on it. You may pick one question and it may take students 5 minutes. You may pick another question, it may take 2 minutes for the average student to do it. So we make sure we do 50 minutes. And I give my students an extra 40 minutes to do that test. So technically you almost have double the time. You see what I'm saying? What's your second question?
What's the average number of questions on tests?
Usually 20 to 25.
Okay.
Usually. Sometimes I might put 30 or 33, but that's usually if the questions are short. You're going to have a lot of math questions in chapter 3, so I'll probably put 20 or 25. And you also get 14 bonus questions that even a non-sentient student can get correct. The stuff that comes out of the handouts, my information sheet, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So everybody should be able to make at least, what's 4 times 14? A 46 or a 56. Everybody should be able to make a 56 on the test and not even know how to do the math. Will people make below 56?
Let's hope not.
And not even do any math. In other words, they can't get the bonus question right.
No, it won't be me.
Okay.
I might not get nothing right but the bonus question.
Oh my Lord. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these people that think they're gonna fail.
Hey, do I get a good grade for effort?
No, not when you talk yourself into bad grades.
I'm being optimistic here.
No, you're not. You're being negative.
Trying not to be. I'm just dumb.
No, you're not.
God, that's a lot of
I'm the only one
freaking.
that can tell you that you're going to fail. I'm the only one that can do that.
I know.
All right. So here I'm going to go ahead and copy these into the Excel spreadsheet. Well, I'm going to give y'all a few more.
Why do they use so many numbers?
That I disagree with. I disagree with that. I think the most numbers you should have is 15. Okay, but that's just me. Did y'all get them all written down?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Excel. And you can do this in StatCrunch if it'll work. No. So that's why I use Excel. StatCrunch is like Blackboard. It never works. There we go. Now I'm going to make these. I'm going to make these. I can't make them bigger because they already go off the page. So I'm just going to highlight them and put them in order for you. There's the highlight. I'm going to highlight the whole thing. And I'm going to hit data. And the A to Z down. I'm just telling people this that do have a little familiarity with Excel. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Those of you that don't, you just do it by hand. Okay, now, what's the lowest number?
Lowest.
That means I want y'all to interact with me. I just highlighted it.
I can't see that.
118.2.
Oh, my Lord. 118.2. What is your highest number? The highest number.
1,354.9.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who is that? Miss Ritchie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
She's such a good student.
I don't know about that.
She's gonna have a nice office, and people are gonna come into her office and talk to her, and she's gonna get raises. And the rest of y'all that don't interact with me,
we can't sit down
y'all
that
gonna
long.
be in a closet. Y'all gonna be in a closet, the janitor's closet. They're gonna put a desk in there. and that's going to be your office because you don't talk to people. All
Not
right.
me. Not me.
No, I'm
I
talking to
too
the people that
much.
don't talk. The weaned on the pickle people. All right, so my lowest class is going to be 100. Why? Because you're not going to set your lowest class to 200 or to 50 if your lowest number is 100. You're going to set it, 118. You're going to set it to 100. They say the class width is what, 10 or 100? 100. So this next one's going to be 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100. I can't type. Told y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. 1,200, 1,300. Now that's your lower class limits. Your upper class limits is going to be 199.99. Now I'm going to do a shortcut here. I'm not writing all those out. So equals this plus 100. Because your class width is 100. Damn it. Hold on a minute. 199.99 equals this plus 100.
When you do this by hand, do you do the frequency distribution charts by hand to solve this problem?
Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it by hand. I'm just doing it on this Excel spreadsheet.
You know what
This
I
is
mean.
what-
On
Yeah,
pencil
this-
and paper.
Yeah, this is what you should have on your pencil and paper right now. Along with your numbers, you should have this on your pencil and paper. This is your lower class limit. Lower class limit.
So you
This is
just
your
count the
upper class.
classes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till you get to the highest number, correct?
Well, it's got to start with the lowest number. The lowest
Yes.
number is 118.
So you
So
start with
that's
100.
where I got the 100 from. The highest number has got to include that max right there, 1354. That's how you set it up. Now they will give you the class width. They will give you that in the question.
1,000, 12, 1,100, 1,200.
I'll make this bigger for you, okay? I can do this.
I'll just miss it. It'll be all right.
No, I'm doing this. I'm going to the trouble. You should say thank you. There,
Thank you.
there. All right, now what? Now we start counting. All right, so we got to go from 1, so that's these right here. And I'm going to color those yellow. I'm going to go through all the time to color these yellow. And that's going to be 100. That's that right there. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. That is the frequency. 200 to 299. And those, pick a color, Miss Kid.
Purple.
Purple. You had to pick something dark, didn't you? I don't know what I'm going to do with these people. You're going to have to go with a mauve.
Okay. Violet.
No, we already went with mauve. You're impressed that I know what mauve is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Mr. Mance, pick a color.
Oh, a light blue.
Light blue. So that's going to be 3 to 399. Light blue. Let's go with that aqua. 1. Let me go do all these in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss Ritchie, pick a color.
Pink. Well, I guess
Pink.
is that too close to that?
No, pink is good. I can find a pink. I love pink. There we go. There's a pink.
That's my favorite shade.
That's good. See, I tell you, that's just amazing. I'm awesome. All right, 400. You have to have fun. That's why I like night courses, because y'all have personality, even though some of y'all are winged on a pickle. Some of y'all have personality. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Somebody's yawning. Don't yawn in my class. All right. I'm not going to pick any more colors because the rest of y'all don't talk to me, so I'm just going to do it myself. Let's go with a verde.
Oh, you want to do orange as one color?
No, I can't do orange. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll do orange. Or some people say orange. I'll leave that one white. Okay, so let's see how many we got. 5 to 500 is 2. 5 to 500 is 2. 6 to 600. That's that orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 600 is orange. And that's, how many did I say, 7? I can't remember.
So, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 700 is 1 and 1300 is 1. 700 is 1 and 1300. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now you have a frequency distribution. Now I'm going to add those up, and that's going to be N. And now I'm going to do relative frequency. So I want you, each one of y'all, we got 6 minutes to do everything on this one. So I want every one of y'all to do your relative frequency, and I want you to kind of draw a picture of both the frequency and the relative frequency using a graph. Just draw an X and a Y axis like this. I want everybody to draw 2 graphs. I want you to divide your paper like that and draw a graph here and a graph there. This will be just like your 100, 200, 300, and so on up to 1300. And then this one, you got to do decimals, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, up to 1, 1.0, because it's decimals. And of course, you're going to draw your numbers, your box plot. You're going to draw it. I'm sorry, your histogram. You're going to draw your chart. 100 to 200. You're going to put. I'm sorry. That's not 100s over here. This is the quantity. I'm sorry. So, how much is the highest group? I'm having to go from. Let's see, 15 is your highest number. 15 is your highest number, so I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 15. And then this is your boxes. Your first box is going to be 100 to 199, 200 to 299. You don't have to really write this, just write a box. First box goes to, hold on. First box, how many? 5. No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Where's my, hold on a minute. Your first number is 5. So go to your, and you can call it A if you want to. A, 5. The second number is 15. So you draw that's A, and that's B. You don't have to draw the 100 to 199. You don't have to do that. So draw those. I'm going to do a relative frequency while y'all are working on that. And that's going to equal 5 divided by what?
51.
Good job. I believe y'all listened on the last problem.
No, this is the only damn part of the thing I can do.
What am I going to do with her? F4. We're going to have an intervention. The rest of y'all, we're going to have an intervention with Miss Kidd. A class intervention. She's ignoring me.
No, I'm just writing this relative frequency down so I can divide it.
There you go. I think they want 3 decimal points. There it is. Y'all keep working. I'm going to go ahead and show you the 2 graphs while y'all are working. There's the 2 graphs, and of course you can see the graphs are, oh gosh, I hate when it does that. Damn Russians. Do the graphs look the same? Yes. And they are skewed what? Here's the center. 7 is about the center because you got 13. All right, so 7 is about the center. Somebody tell me, what are these graphs?
Skewed right.
Right.
Skewed right. Good job. Miss Kidd, did you get that correct?
I got skewed right. Yeah.
Good. Next, we're going to, I think that's it, isn't it?
If it was like the other one, it would have answered it the same way.
Yep. So now you know how to do that one.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
Oh my Lord. We're going to have to go over it again.
No,
right.
I just can't do them. Like I can't do the Excel. I have to sit here and try to write it out on the paper,
Okay.
and I can't do it. I mean,
All right.
I just
Okay.
don't
With
hold anybody
that
else.
one, no, listen. With that one, cut out half the numbers. Cut out half the numbers because there's no sense in doing that many numbers. Okay? Cut out half the numbers. And we'll work on it together. All right? Question. All right. That's enough for tonight because it's 7 o'clock. And I want y'all, we did all the homework problems. We did not advance any further. That's fine. Ain't nobody says we got to hurry. I do want y'all to make sure you read what? What did I tell y'all to read? Read 2.3 because Thursday, after we go over homework questions, we are going to go into chapter 3. 2.3 is just reading. All right. I will see y'all Thursday. And anybody that wants to stay, stay, okay? And I'm going to turn the recording off. And I will see you.